Varshny Sriganesh. I invented YAAD 2.0. The problem that I noticed was that my grandpa was having a hard time remembering to take his pills, and that people with dementia, Alzheimer's, or even elderly people forget to really take their pills. 50% of patients with chronic disease are adherent to their medication, and caregivers might not have enough time and might forget. The solution to this was YAAD, an alternative automated pill dispensing mechanism, and its online input for calendarized pill view by the nurse or guardian, so putting an event in Google Calendar and it will dispense at that time. And it also increases the efficiency that nurses needed. It's not needed every single day, rather they can fill the pill box once a week and let that be. And when I was researching my invention, I noticed that there were a lot of smartphone apps or a lot of pill boxes, but nothing was combining the two. It was either only a reminder or it was only having the medication in separate boxes. And what YAAD does is it combines the both. So both the medication reminder is there and it will also dispense the pill. And I had multiple prototypes, and along the way I noticed to fix them. So like for example, in prototype 1, the stepper motor was not working and it was not connecting to the board. And the same problem was kind of happening with prototype 2. But then in prototype 3, I fixed that problem by continue to test, but it did not run when the time was set off. And prototype 4, it was not integrating with Google Calendar, so a lot of coding issues were there. And then in prototype 5, we can see that the board is all interactive, and that we can see that YAAD memory is the casing is there, and the pill dispenser is also there. And there's also a little spot for the pill to dispense so the person can come and grab it. And this mechanism is there so that the pill box will dispense and come back and dispense the pill as the stepper motor is turning. So this part will twist while this part stays the same, so that the hole is in the same place every single time. I'm planning on adding a spring, and I'm also planning on adding facial recognition. And the invention was made using an ESP8266 board, a lot of 3D printed parts that I had to CAD to make sure that everything was working and integrated together, and some stepper motors, motor shield, and obviously the power cable. And the impact on this is really lasting because it helps patients remember to take their pills, and it helps the nurses and caregivers with time management, and it's also useful for people that are at home who can be really busy. And $300 billion is avoidable in annual health care costs in America. And so as I talked about testing before, we can see how it works. As we put a calendar in Google Calendar, so we create a new event, and in the event, we can call it YAAD, Medicaid. And then we can set the time as in 9:28, and so then this information is saved. And I was using IFTT, but it was too slow, so I had to find an alternative. So I now use Zapier. So Zapier is the events start in Google, and when it starts in Google, you can create a feed in Adafruit. And as you can see in Adafruit, that there are a lot of things. And you can see right here that the pill has been dispensed. Of course, I can't really show the pill dispensing while it is in. So here's a little video on how it would work. And so the pill dispenses like that. And we can see how the inside, we can also see that the inside of this, we can see the boards and the stepper motor, and they are all connected. We have this blue light to let us know that it's connected to the Wi-Fi and that everything is integrated together, which really helped us with testing to make sure that it wasn't one of the internet problem or things like that. And so it's just Velcro, so you can just put it back like so. And so then, I was asking about marketing to figure out future strategies for the future and things like that. And I was asking a lot of people, like senior citizens and people at Hartford Hospital and hospitals. And also elderly people, normal people. And most of the people thought that this invention would be really useful, which is really good for the future if we know that our audience really thinks that this invention will be useful. And I asked them, what do you think about facial recognition? Because that is one of the features I would like to add for privacy and that only the patient can take the pills. And most of them said that it would be really helpful. So as you can see, one of the future improvements, the audience and the target audience already seems to like, which will help with marketing. And on a scale of 1 to 10 on how you would buy and use this, most of the people, out of the 15 people, said they would use it. And that is a really good sign that our target audience would actually buy this product. And feedback that was given was that a lot of people thought that this would be really helpful for people who can't really know, remember, and caregivers. It also takes a weight off of a caregiver. As the caregiver says right here, that it is very difficult for the elders to remember. And a lot of the normal people think that just normal people who forget a lot can just use it. And a lot of people, some people were saying that I would need an alarm or to ping it, which I think is a great idea and great feedback from the audience that I am planning to also integrate in my next prototype. And facial recognition things too with more privacy and better privacy. And maybe also integrating it with the hospital, so then the hospital can be a hospital sign-in login, so only either the patient, either the nurse or doctor can set it up rather than just anyone setting it up. And that's what the basis of YAAD 2.0 is, and that is all the aspects of it. Thank you for listening.